Hey guys, Jacob here. This is going to be a quick video for the Year 6 Season 2 Shades of Red. This is going to be the last patch notes for Year 6 Season 2, at least for the start of it. As we know, we're going to be getting some new exotics, new gear, stuff like that. And this time around, we are going after Theo Parnell. I'm not going to make this video too long. I'm not going to read through every single little thing. There might be a few things I might skip. But to get right into it, this is going to be the Theo Parnell Manhunt, and then the Seasons 2.0 Seasonal Journey. If you guys are not aware, these are the new journey missions you can pretty much do to acquire new things like XP, resources, etc., which I will read it for you guys as well. The new Seasonal Journey introduces a structured progression system with 7 sequential missions, each containing 8 objectives. It is designed to guide players through the early stages of the new season, offering a mix of challenges, goals, and interesting key mechanics. Available from level 1, even new players can jump right into the current season's content. The entire seasonal journey unlocks start at the season. As you complete each mission objective, you earn various rewards, including XP, Season Pass XP, progression boosting items, resources, and active modifiers. Completing the entire journey will grant you a unique cosmetic item. So personally, I'll be doing this because I love cosmetics, so I would definitely want to get that as fast as possible. Then you have seasonal modifiers, which I'm very excited for. You, of course, have global, active, passive, and hostile. These are for each new season, spicing up the content and mechanics of the game, and there are 4 different kinds, as you can see right here. You have global, which is set the overall theme of the season, and are active all the time while the system is enabled, affecting the core gameplay loop. This season, the theme is range. Global modifiers point blank, grants a bonus damage based on the distance from enemies. And you have active modifiers, function like ultimate abilities, giving the character a short burst of power. Players can choose from a selection of active modifiers, but only can be equipped at a time. This season, they can manipulate the range zone set by the global modifier. Then you have passive, work in conjunction with global modifiers, adding extra bonuses. Players can equip the 3 massive modifiers simultaneously in the first season. These modifiers can provide additional benefits based on the range zones from the global modifiers. Then finally, you have hostile modifiers. These represent how the enemies can adapt to your new abilities. As the players progress through the season, enemies will gradually gain new abilities types, forcing you to use global, passive, and active modifiers strategically to counter them. The modifier system can be disabled at any time, and is mutually exclusive with the global events, allowing players control how they engage the new seasonal challenges. Then you have the priority objectives. The priority objective system offers a variety of short-term objectives, enhancing the way players can farm for items and resources. In the game, the priority objectives system becomes available upon reaching level 30, so you cannot do this until you reach level 30. Players can choose from 3 objectives, selecting the one based on limited information such as duration, reward category, and mission type. Once select is made, it is locked in, and the full details of the objective and reward will be revealed. As the objective appeals to player, the system allows reroll and has a main objective feature. Players can now reroll points by completing priority objectives with a maximum of 3 rerolls stored at any time. There is no limit of the number of priority objectives a player can complete, and their rewards include XP, Season Pass XP items, resources, and passive modifier unlocks. Then this time around, we have the Manhunt Scouts. Manhunt Scouts is a new system that drives the in-game narrative, requiring players to reward them with XP, equipment, materials, and most importantly, new collectibles. Each week, players can tackle a scout, which consists of 3 different activities. These activities will vary. Players must solve a small riddle, complete each one. Activities should be completed in order, and once all 3 are finished, players receive a scout reward. Once all activities in the scout are completed, players receive a bigger reward, including a unique collectible. However, new scouts cannot be accessed until the current one is completed, so you will have to do them in order, of course, to get each scout. By the end of the season, completing all scouts unlock the Manhunt Climax mission, and finishing the mission unlocks the Master Climax mission, so make sure to stay on track each week. So, pretty much essentially, it's kind of like the other Manhunts, you just have to do them in order, and to do the next, finish the Master Climax mission, or just finish the Manhunt in general. Then we have new gear and weapons. As you guys know, we are getting the new Strega Exotic Assault Rifle, which is killing an enemy will apply a mark on every enemy within 20 meters of it. Multiple marks can be applied on the same enemy. Deal 15% amplified damage per mark to marked enemies. This gun was absolutely awesome to use in it's a lot of fun to use in the base game as well. Then you have the weapon mods, the magazine, muzzle, optics, and underbarrel. You have plus 20 rounds, crit damage, crit chance, and weapon handling. Then you have the new exotic Syrian Scabbard, which is the new exotic holster, which I'm super excited for, because this alone right here for PvE. PvP is pretty sweet too, but for PvE, I feel like this is going to be absolutely awesome to just be able to have your buddies give this to you, because, like I said right here, or it says right here, talent counter. Swapping weapons will give the following group of bonuses one by one in order. So you have rate of fire and weapon damage, then you have magazine size and reload speed, and the bonuses remain active for 12 seconds or until the next weapon swap into your sidearm will also not trigger the next group of bonuses. In PvP, of course, these have been reduced to 10%, 10%, 25, and 50, which stays the same. And then they're down for 10 seconds instead of 12. The new gear, this is the Virtuoso gear set, which is 2-piece, 3-piece, and 4. The 2-piece gives you 50% weapon handling and 50% magazine size. 3-piece gives you 50% weapon damage. 4-piece unlocks a new unique talent, Symphony. Killing an enemy further than 25 meters will provide 40% weapon damage to shotguns, SMGs, and pistols, 20% weapon damage to AR, LMGs, and 25% bonus armor for 15 seconds. Killing an enemy within 25 meters will provide 40% weapon damage to marksman rifles and rifles, 20% weapon damage to ARs and LMGs, and 30% headshot damage for 15 seconds. Intermittently, killing the enemies with both ranges will build up stacks. At 4 stacks, all bonuses are multiplied by 1.5 and triggered at the same time for 15 seconds. No stacks are acquired while these bonuses are active. Then you have the talent, the chest piece and backpack for Termoso, which is double the weapon damage bonus of Symphony, and the Accelerando, which is decreasing multiple stacks needed per proc Symphony double buff from 4 to 3. Then you have the new brand set, which is the Legatus SPA. You have 1, 2, and 3, which is swap speed, optimal range, and weapon damage here at 30%, 70%, and 15. Then the Vigil backpack talent, which is amplifies total weapon damage for 10 seconds when swapped between your primary and secondary weapons if they are different, which sounds a lot like Versatile, which technically, or you guys are probably wondering why it sounds like Versatile, because that it is, if you guys are not, if you're wondering. And then you have 45% enemies within 15 meters for shotguns and SMGs, and then for PvP, 35% within 15 meters, 45% enemies, 25 meters to rifles and marksman rifles for PvP, and then you have 35% to enemies further than 25 meters, and 20% in between 15 and 25 LMGs and ARs, at most per 5 seconds for weapon type, and then you have the new named mask, which is Visionaire Zone, which is 50% optimal range. So yes, I know I said that really weird guess that Vigil is perfect versatile, if you guys are wondering. If you're wondering why this sounds like Versatile, that's because this is the perfect variant, which has been taking a while to get. I don't understand why it took so long to get perfect Versatile, even though it's been something we've been wanting for quite a while now. Then you have the new seasonal gear set. This is the Virtuoso gear set, which is green. I'm not a huge fan of green, but looks pretty cool. I'm excited for it, so we'll just have to wait and see how it looks more in person. I do dig the gas mask and the gloves. Definitely going to be wearing the gloves because they remind me of Ranger gloves from Metro. Then we have the new named weapons and talents, the drill, cricket, and this is Precision Strike, which is for the Carbine 7 and GR9. Talent, Perfect Precision Strike, which is killing an enemy further than 20 meters, both up stacks, max stack is 2. Hitting an enemy within 20 meters, use the stacks provided 35% amplified damage to enemies within 20 meters for 5 seconds. And you also can get this on the Cricket. This is the named GR9, and this is the talent right here. New difficulty Master. The Master Climax mission introduces a brand new difficulty level, exclusively available at the Manhunt's Climax mission. This level is designed for most hardcore players seeking an extra challenge. Expect tougher enemy scaling and the inclusion of seasonal modifiers that will push your skills to the limit. For those who occasionally be rewarded with special bonuses such as additional XP, high-quality loot, resources, in-game currencies, and unique vanity items, acquiring or additionally successfully complete the Master Climax mission grants players the exotic provocateur chest piece with a special reward, which is receive 35% damage resistance from enemies within 15 meters. So this is going to be something a lot of you guys are probably going to want, but you have to wait till the very end to get it, unfortunately. Balancing rework, they did rework the Sledgehammer, Weapon Talent, and Mosquito. You guys can see here real quick. So let's see, targets marks will take 15%. Now it's 20% more damage to armor. And then it takes 25% more damage to armor at 5 stacks. So you can see the previous here as well, and previous. So they did change it. So that's been changed. And of course, we're going to be getting full auto things like the lightweight M4, LVOA, MDR, etc., etc. And then named weapons. These are going to be items that you can now get at a higher drop rate if you play them on higher difficulty. They did add these, weapons to these missions if you want to get them. Just a few examples, you have like the Pyromaniac, Mechanical Animal. These now have a higher chance to drop out in missions and stuff like that, depending on what you're playing on. So if you are playing them on a very high difficulty, you now have a higher chance to get these if you are after them. And then finally, we have the Friend Referral Program, which is going to be back, if you guys remember the Stinger outfit back in the day. This is going to be for veterans and new people. So if you want to invite a friend and get the new Insurgent outfit, which starts October 31st. You'll be able to get that just like the Stinger uniform if you refer a friend. I guess I don't know if you have to play. I think you just have to invite them in playing the game. You'll be able to get that. And of course, we have the Season Pass, which you can get the optional Season Pass for the 1,000 premium credits, $9.99. There's also a premium option for 3,000 premium credits for $29.99. Which also, keep this in mind, that is for the premium track. The normal track is still free, unless you guys just want the extra stuff, which is like the outfits, arm patches, stuff like that. And then we have a one-time offer, which is for the Agori pack, which is a new mask, by the looks of it, for 20 bucks. And you do get 2,000 credits, 600 bonus credits, so you're getting 2,600. So if you buy this, you will actually get a mask as well, which is pretty cool, but most likely I'll probably pass on this. I already have the mask that's very similar, which I think the only difference is they added a few little details to it, but this looks just like a mask that I already have. I could be wrong. I'd have to compare them, but I will make that in a separate video as well. But overall, that is going to be a quick video on the patch notes. I do apologize if I stuttered or said something stupid, because when I read for long periods of time, I tend to do that, as you guys know if you've been on the channel for a long time. But as always, I will catch you guys in the next one, and I look forward to seeing some new content and a new update tomorrow. And don't forget, we will have maintenance as well, so if you guys are trying to play, it will probably disappear.